faster than us. So I'll just give you a moment. If you can find it on my Facebook, go to my Facebook page. If you can find it, then share it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So we are live. So just hit the share button.
Didn't come up
And
yet.
then,
Oh, now we're live.
yes, and share. Okay. All right. I did see Cordelia. I thought Cordelia was coming as well. And share. Let me see. Message. Hello, everyone. Give us a moment. We're coming. Thank you for sticking out with us and thank you for your patience. Okay.
Okay.
Have you been able to share?
Yep.
Okay, good. So, hello, everybody. It is another segment of Women's Wednesday, and today we are with a girl, Sarah, and I know Cordelia will be joining in later, so it's okay. So let's just get talking because today we want to answer all of your burning questions because we know that you have questions as women, as leaders. You have questions that is burning in your heart when it comes to maybe your health, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to the state of the country, when it comes to money, when it comes to home, running a family, running a business. I know you have questions, and today we're ready to answer all your questions. And if you are live with us, we can only see the eyeball unless you chant in your name, drop your name, or send a text. Then we want to welcome you properly because you ought to be celebrated. I want to give you virtual flowers. And so when you say hello, when you join in, I'll be able to do just that. So joining me here today is Sara Cyr. You know, you all have met Sarah before. Just in case you're tuning in for the first time and you've never heard Sarah speak, I'm not going to take that, that shine from her. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself to you, and you will soon understand why she carries a special spark. And I know I touched on something, so she's going to tell us about the spark. I just said something now. Okay, Sarah, over to you. Take it away.
Hey, Bridget. Oh, I got feedback. Hold on.
Hi.
Hold on. I thought I turned all my stuff off. Give me a second. Let's see if that's
Okay.
better. All right.
Eva. Hey, Eva. How are you doing? How is the business world and how is life? How is Washington State? I hope you're good. All right.
All
So
right.
over to you. Yes, they're waiting for you to say something.
Thank you. Hey, Bridget. Well, thank you for the warm introduction as usual, Bridget. So awesome to be here with you. Yeah, so my name is Sara Cyr. I am a health coach. My passion is helping women to fall in love with their bodies again. And typically doing that with, upping our nourishment, upping our fuel. And byproduct of that typically is losing some weight and slimming down and just feeling more energetic, confident in our bodies, more comfortable in our skin. And as we're working on it, people's lives start shifting a little bit because we all feel a little more confident, when we like how we're looking, but more importantly, when we start really nourishing and pouring love into ourselves, we blossom. So that's what I love doing. And I love working with women who are ready just to kind of get back to being wherever they are at the age and stage they are and falling back in love with kind of themselves.
Awesome. You heard that. So today is going to be a very, very interactive session. So if you see me, I'm not distracted at all. What I'm doing, I'm just ensuring that I capture all your questions or your ask. I want to make sure that every single burning desire that you have inside of you, the burning questions that you have been asking or yourself, or you'll be wanting to ask someone, I want to make sure that I capture all of those. So ask away, drop them in the chat, and we will attempt to answer that. But before we go into all of that, there have been some questions that have come in to me personally that I said, you know what, there's no point, responding to them one on one. I'm going to collate all of them, and then I'll bring them on a call like this and able to answer that. In that doing, by so doing, I mean, I not only answer one person's questions, I may be able to cover something that you also have, that you have been wanting to ask. And also, Sarah is here. So if there's anything when it comes to your mental health, your body, you feel ashamed of one part of your body, or you feel there's something that is, you want you wish you could wish away from your body, or you could change your body, or you feel that low self-esteem in one certain area of your body that you don't want to show, girlfriend, I want to tell you, we all have all of that. Maybe some people already only know how to conceal theirs better than you, or some people have a level of confidence to, how they present their bodies more than you. But not to worry, I have Sarah here today, and I'm going to ask her the first question. So, Sarah, I have a lady who asked me, Bridget, that she gets so self-conscious that she she feels embarrassed when she gets to go out. So because of that, she does not go out. And then
Mm,
she went on further to explain the reason why, because she feels that every clothes that she put on feels frumpy on her. Okay. And she feels that everyone is going to be laughing at her because all her folds and proper belly, everything is showing. How can you help this kind of lady? Because I know that you are very good at helping us not to body shame.
yeah, that's a great question. And thank you for asking. And it's so common. I think for most women,
Mm,
we've been conditioned to feel imperfect. So I always believe that once you start the journey of taking a look at where you are, but also deciding that maybe there's something you want to feel better about. Once you sort of commit to saying I want to feel better about it, you start feeling more empowered about yourself. And I would
mhm,
say, while we can't radically change and lose 20 pounds, overnight, once you even lose 1 or 2 pounds, but more importantly about that, when you get your mindset in to the groove of like, I'm going to take better care of myself, almost immediately you start to feel a little more empowered.
mm,
And so there's an internal glow and sort of power source. And that's what we start working on. When I work with any woman, we start on the mindset as well as changing some of the things that we're eating, so that you're doing body and mind, so that you can start feeling better more immediately. And even doing a very quick meditation, loving on your body, loving on yourself
mhm,
before you go into that event can help tremendously. 5 minutes in the car before you walk into the event, really take time to think about, okay, I'm just going to love on myself. I'm going to pour love on myself like I'm my best friend, like practice being your best friend. And as you do that, you're going to feel more and more confident. For me, when I need to practice feeling more confident, I need to get out of the car. I need to kind of walk around and kind of psych myself up. Everyone has their own way of doing it. If any of you ever watched Ted Lasso, there's a couple of characters in there who are constantly psyching themselves up to become bigger, brighter versions of themselves.
mm,
One of the women always pretends that she goes into bear mode. She's like, she just lifts herself up and she gets really, really big. So a lot of the stuff we work on is what can you do at the actual size you are right now, in the clothes you've got right now. And there's so much you can shift internally that makes you feel better. And I
mm,
will say, for those events, if you have an opportunity to, if it's a 4-hour event or if it's an hour event and you're like, you know what, I think I can hold my level of confidence for 20 minutes. Give yourselves 20 minutes, walk in there super proud, do your thing, and then leave on a high note, right?
mhm.
Don't put yourself into a situation where you have to, hold yourself to a certain level, because sometimes we need practice being there. So I always say, just give yourself an exit plan as well.
Hmm. Ooh, give yourself an exit plan. Be gentle on yourself.
Yes.
Okay, somebody says Penguin Girl says hi. Hey, Penguin Girl, hello, welcome to the show. And if you have any questions, please drop in there, and we aim to please you today. That's why we're here. We just want to please you. That's all. And I know that Sarah has a hard stop, so she's going to, jump out of the call very soon. But that's okay, and that's why we want all our questions. All of us has to be answered before she leaves. And so, Sarah, I know that you're very good with helping your clients prepare for surgery. And I
Yes.
want you to walk us through a little bit about that process because when I say it, it's like I'm tooting your horn, but it's the truth. You really helped me. Ladies, just in case you didn't know, I still feel a little bit when I have to share this. But in 2000 and when was this, Sarah? 2022, August 4th, 2022, I had to undergo a medical breast reduction. Yes, ladies, I didn't know that I had all the pains I was having in my neck, my shoulder blades, my back was a result of the weight of my bust. The pretty girls, to me, they were good, they were just fine, but they was causing a problem. And so when the doctor told me, "Hey, girl, you have to have this reduction," I I freaked out. Yes. I know a lot of people tell me that I have a lot of confidence and sometimes it can get intimidating. Yes, I've got a lot of confidence, but trust me, 2022 August, you need to ask Sarah. There was no level of confidence in me when the doctor told me that. Because, hey, look at what spewed out from my mouth when the doctor told me, Sarah, do you know what I said to you? Remember, I said to the doctor, it's not the doctor, the specialist said to me, oh, I can tell quickly that your height is not going well with the level of the size of your breast, so we have to have them medically reduced. The first thing that popped out of my mouth is, no, 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 I'm not doing that. I'm a child of God. I don't do that.
It was a lot of no's.
I just said no, no, like that with my hands. No, 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 I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm a child of God. I'm a Christian. And then this guy threw his head back and laughed. He laughed really loud. And then he now said one thing that when I think about it today, I laugh myself. The first thing that the doctor said to me, the specialist said to me, the surgeon, who was going to have these things, reduced, right? He said to me, Bridget, what has being a Christian got to do with having a medical surgery that is going to reduce the level of your pain? It's not taking care of it completely. Who is doing that? Somebody's thing is on, so I could hear. I can hear myself speak. And so this is exactly what he said to me. And thinking back now, I just feel I laugh at myself. Why did I say that? Why did I come up? But then you can all understand that that was my level of confidence. I had zero. I didn't have it because I've never seen anybody who had a medical reduction before in their breast. I've never seen anybody. I see people do uplift. I see people go to increase their breasts and everything, but I've never seen anybody who said to me, I had to reduce the size of my bust medically. I've never known anyone. By the way, we have our special girl in the waiting room. I'm going to bring her in. I just wanted to finish this line of my conversation, and then I'm going to bring her in right now. And so, anyway, let's just pause. Let's take a pause. Look, hey guys, if you are listening to my story, just wait. Don't go away. Don't lose me. Let me bring you the next incredible woman. Her name is Cordelia onto the screen. Yay! She is live with us. Hey, Cordelia.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
We're good. We're good. Anyway, you're not late to the party. You were just perfect at the right time. Yeah. And so here is my story. And when I told that to the doctor and he laughed and he told me, he asked me that question, I knew that I had to speak to someone. I had to speak in someone. And then I reached out to my friend and the coach, Sarah. And I told Sarah, look at what's going on in my ward. And then he said, look, we can fix that. We can easily fix that. And now I'm not going to take out all of that, you know, um, expertise from Sarah because I don't know what she did, but what I know that she was able to help me walk confidently into the surgery room, even though she was not physically with me in my state or in the theater, but I was able to get in there confidently and come out. And hey, ladies, if I don't tell you, you don't know that I got some.
No, you look
So, so
beautiful.
Sarah, can you walk us through that process of how you helped me to prepare for surgery, or how you will help someone who will be at the retreat and they are having a surgical preparation to do and they don't know what to do, they're at a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the main things that we do to help people prepare for surgery is we have you practice relaxing and getting out of stress. And we also have you practice creating this beautiful vision of what your life looks like after surgery and your healing. Because surgery is your midpoint. And then really you're doing surgery so you can live life differently, longer, better, in a new way. Like it can be, while it's scary, it can also be a time where we can look at it as an opportunity. So we practice deep relaxation. I practiced with Bridget, and then we created 3 different types of visions for her, how she was healing 3 months out, 6 months out, and then like a year or 2 out. What is she doing with this health? And she's hosting a retreat, is what she's doing. But we look out into the future so you can get excited about why you're doing the surgery. We also practice the relaxation so you can try to stay more calm. When you're more calm, your body heals better. And when you're more calm, you use less anesthesia.
Yes.
You're already more relaxed. So it's easier for people to have you go through the surgery. And there's a couple other things we do in the middle. We work with your anesthesiologist directly to make sure there's healing statements as you go under anesthesias to help you with the healing. So we're getting into your subconscious mind. And then when you're done with the surgery, the same thing. You immediately start practicing the relaxation with an audio, and you start going right back into visioning how great you're healing and what you're doing with that beautiful health. And so it's very uplifting for you because your eye is a little further out, because we all have those fears of going into surgery, that, what if something goes wrong? What if I don't make it? I'm scared for my family. We go into these fears. So it's my job to help you express your fears, move through them so that you can get to that beautiful health vision and what you're doing with your health.
And she did it, guys. She did it because, excuse me, you know how the what do they call those medication that make you sleepy and dry, those pain meds, you know, oxycodone. Is it oxycodone? Yes. I didn't take them for a long time. I was even supposed to get a refill. I didn't go get a refill because each time I'm in pain, I call my coach. I call her and I say, "Hey, baby, there's pain. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it." And then she'll walk me through it again, read through it, and then she made me to do an exercise. I don't know why she's slow to talk about this, but baby, I still have my white dress. I still have my white dress because she asked me, to create a vision of what I will be wearing. I cannot say the words right now. I can't repeat exactly what she said, but she made me to go do this exercise. And each time I'm having a pain, I'll think about one where I love to be. I actually love, 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 love to always be by the seaside. I love the sound of ocean waves. I don't know what it does to you, but I know we have our sexology in the room, our sex coach, but that it gives me that feeling that I don't know how to explain it when I'm.
Oh, that kind of feeling. I get it.
Cordelia is like,
I get that.
Yeah, hey, ladies, this is the leadership room, and there's no judgment here. I have to say it as it is, but that's the feeling that I get anytime I have to, I'm walking just by the sea. I get ooh, that goozy. I don't know how to say it. I just leave that for the
That
expert
refreshing.
to tell us what that feeling is. But I love that feeling. I do love it, and that's why in my bedroom I have a water fountain, with beautiful lights. It changes lights because I just like the sound of water. So she made me to do that exercise, and I did that. And then she asked me in the vision, while I was doing the vision, what will I love to wear, and who will want to see me in my new um body, right? That's what I call it, my new body, because I used to tell her that I think I'm a new person, my body looked different, and she would say, "No, Bridget, you are still the same person," and all of that. And so I painted a picture of how I would love to wear this white sundress, and I'll be at West Palm Beach because I knew I had to go to West Palm Beach that same year in December. And so I painted that vision. So each time I was having this pain, Sarah will help me go to that person. The person who is walking by the ocean, the person who is wearing the beautiful flowing white dress without a bra. Sarah, over
I
to you.
remember. I remember. And Bridget brings up a good point I didn't mention. When you get deeply relaxed, it actually inhibits your pain receptors so that you are more comfortable. So a lot of times after the Prepare for Surgery, Heal Faster workshops by Peggy Huddleston, which is what I teach, people use 20 to 50 to 100% less pain meds after surgery. So it's a great way to tap into your body's natural ability to feel better. And Bridget walking on the beach in West Palm Beach was a huge thing. I remember she did it. That's a great thing about your vision. You practice it in your mind, and then a version of it can come true. And it's so exhilarating.
Yeah, and I actually went to West Palm Beach. I actually was wearing a white dress, and this time around, you remember, it was just not a white dress. Ladies, wait until I show you the picture of the dress that I was wearing, and it turned out to be the dress was for the Christmas party. So when I wore it, the first time I actually wore the dress in the hotel room, I cried. I really cried because when I looked in the mirror and for the first time that day, I didn't feel like a stranger anymore. I didn't have those imposter syndrome that I was having, like I was someone else. I didn't. The only thing that changed is just the size of my breast. And it doesn't change from who I was or who I am. And that leads us to the question that Regina has. I'm going to leave you, Sarah, to read the question that Regina has asked because it's a very, very great question, in this era of our times.
Okay. Hi, Regina. What are your thoughts about people doing elective surgery? Do you think it's connected to self-esteem issues? Oof, that's a big question. So elective surgery, it's always my job as a coach to support whatever your choice is.
Okay.
And it's my job to help you understand your choice too, as many levels as possible, so that you feel really confident in your choice. So elective surgery, we never can walk in other people's shoes, right? So we have to always support. My job is to support through whatever you're going through. And I think for some people, like, elective surgery is exactly what they need, right? They know there's something they have to change. And I fully support that. And then there's other people who, after you work with coaches, I've done this myself, you do a complete 180. Right? That's the point of a coach, is to help you really understand what you're trying to get out of the action you're taking, and also understand if that action is really the best path forward. So I love that question. Thank you, Regina.
Yeah, thank you. At this point, I think we want to hear from Cordelia to see what Cordelia's opinion is, because I know that she also works with women, when it comes to mental health and sexuality, because there's no way you can go, you're talking about relationship, sex in a relationship without talking about mental health, because all of these things are little triggers that really, determine who you are. I'm telling you, because some people are really like so wound up with, issues of sex that if you were like me, I could never discuss sex, not talk up openly in a social media room. I can never do that. But now lots have changed. I know that there are young ones who want to learn. They might not have the opportunity to meet with me one-on-one, but at least they have the opportunity to come to the retreat now and learn from my expert in the room, and just come in and sit down and ask all the questions you want to ask, and get to meet other women too, and share ideas, because the retreat is not just for you to come take. It's opportunity for me to share, to get to meet like-minded women, because I bet you there are so many women that I've come across in the last couple of weeks. They don't have a community. You know why? Because they're afraid of being burnt, because they've been burnt before. And this community, I promise you, this community that I'm building is something different. You can already tell by the quality of the speakers that are in the room. Hey, Cordelia, we want to hear your thoughts, regarding the questions that our queen Regina out there has asked.
Okay.
I know.
So
I have to unfortunately go, and I have to catch the recording because I hate to miss when Cordelia's talking, but I got to go jump to one more activity, and I'm going to catch the recording. But thank you guys. It was a pleasure being here.
So
nice.
let's give some love to Sarah. She got to go, but we know that she's been very, very great. But hey, catch her at the retreat. You can never get, these are just little snippets of what you can get. But at the retreat, we're going to have, her to yourself. There, if the husband permits.
Bye. Thank you.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you.
Bye. Oh my goodness, that was so wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so you get to answer all of these questions. First of all, I want you to please address the issue that Regina had asked before about elective surgery, and I see a lot of that these days, especially on social media. And then Regina has more questions for you, but first, let's talk about that. I could bring that back up, a question back up, so you don't miss it.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, what's your thoughts about people doing elective surgery? Do you think it's connected to self-esteem issues? I would hope, that people would seek therapy and, check in with their mental health before they select or elect to do surgery that may not be necessary. But then, sometimes it's about comfort, right? Sometimes I had a friend actually who had a breast reduction surgery, and it was necessary because, she was constructed in such a way that her back was tiny, and at the same time, there are surgeries that people do that are purely cosmetic, and they are unnecessary. And, this is where we don't think that we need to consult a mental health professional for it. But it's like, if there's nothing actually structurally wrong with your nose and it's not causing you to breathe strangely or something like that, why bother? Your nose is your nose, and I think it's too harsh to say that it's a self-esteem issue. I think it would be more of a self-image issue, because if you think about it, we are always worried about how we're perceived. And it's because of the way our culture is, right? And so for women, there's so many, like, women are supposed to be in this teeny tiny box. So it's like, you can't be too big, can't be too small, can't have tiny breasts, can't have big breasts, can't have a big butt. You should have a big butt. You got to be curvy. You shouldn't be curvy. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. And
programming. Yeah.
Yeah. And so women are resilient just to put up with the bullshit of all the media. Let me tell you that. So of course, for some people, their self-image is distorted, right? And they may just feel like it's a requirement. And the good news is, usually once the people go through the surgery, then some kind of, event occurs, and they have no choice but to seek personal development. And in that personal development seeking, they come back to themselves, and they're just like, yes, I paid whatever they paid for their nose, but I'm not changing anything else on my body because now I love me,
Okay. All right. I love the fact that she just said something that I had put in the sales page for the retreat. I put in there that perhaps coming to the retreat will help you fall in love with yourself.
Yeah.
And when I was writing that page, maybe people would think I use AI or I sat down and got a copywriter. No. I wrote those words purely from, having conversations with countless of women, right from maybe when I was a little girl. Because when I was thinking about that, I thought about all of the conversation that I hear women talk about themselves. They talk down about themselves, about their body structure, about this and that. At the end of the day, my one question is always, who is counting? Who is pushing the woman to do all of these things, to say you are not enough? Whose voice are they hearing in their head? Who has told them from maybe from infancy, from maybe at the age of 5 up until now that, hey,
Yeah.
you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, you're not good enough, you're not this, you are too short, you're too fat, you're too this? Who's been telling you all of that? And again, because these women have heard the words repeatedly in their head, they accept it as a fact. And then they see themselves grown up and they've totally found out, oh my God, I agree. The nose is actually bent. My nose is meant to be straight. But I
Yeah.
say to you, Queen, you are wonderfully and perfectly made. You are a treasure. You are a royal priesthood. You are a queen. And that's why we're having this retreat, to remind you of who you are and get you to fall in love with yourself. Because for me to answer that question for you, Regina, what I would say to you is that you are more than your pretty face. You are more. Somebody can help us type that out if you want, or tweak it. You are more than your pretty face. Have you ever heard the saying, Cordelia, that says, beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
Yes. Uh-huh.
What one man would say, because I was watching, you know how when you have some lazy days, and I was just watching TikTok, and I saw, somebody interviewing men and women. They asked the women, the men, if they love the women, if they love the BBL, the
Mhm.
BBL, the manufacturer, yeah, the BBL, and the men, all the men that they interviewed, I think the guy just went onto, like a city center, and he was
Mhm.
just walking to random men and asking them, hey, do you prefer your woman with BBL or just natural? And all the men, all not one, all of them said no BBL, natural, 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 natural. And then he went on again and showed us, the same highway. He was interviewing girls, asking them, oh, would you go for a BBL or natural? All the ladies were saying BBL, 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 BBL. And
Wow.
that takes me back to Regina's questions of the low self-esteem. If that is the issue, then I'm wondering, who are you doing all of this for? Who has told you? Because some ladies that I've actually asked, they tell you, oh, my man wants me to have this how do they call it? They call it bam body. My man just want me to have this.
Hmm.
Here are an average of men saying they prefer their women to be natural. Now I'm thinking, is it now a competition? They're or a comparison issue of maybe the woman comparing themselves with another woman.
Yes, that's a possibility. What came to mind for me is a couple of things. As a possibility, she's doing it for herself, right? Um, and that a lot of times we do dress for ourselves, and we hope that our men like it. And then that is a message that she's getting from advertising. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So again, going back to the conditioning, and advertising is just that. It's about making money,
mm,
right?
yeah.
But we confuse it and think it's social norms, and it's just not.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because Carrie Watson, she put there, I'm more than my fabulous face. And I can't help but laugh. Oh, yes, you are. You are gorgeous. You're more
100%.
than that. You're first a spirit being. It's just that you have this physical body, but you're a physical being. And you know who your daddy is. And so, Cordelia, I don't want to go through all of this without answering Regina's next question, because I am very sure that this has been a question that has been picking at her brain. She's asking you what made you study sexology.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for that. Because just like all of you, I wanted to know the rest of the story. I wanted to be properly educated. And and also, I spent all those years focusing on nurturing myself, but I never nurtured my sexuality, right? And so now that I didn't have to share my body with anybody, I thought I might find out the rest of the story for myself. And uh, it's been a great journey. I started in Tantra school, and, I learned these meditations and learned new ways of touch.
Mm.
Um, One thing that you guys, a lot of people think, oh, you're in sexology school or whatever, you just having orgies all day. Yeah, you spend a lot of time touching yourself so that
What do you mean
you
by touching yourself? Because that
no, like touching yourself,
oh, okay, okay, okay.
how often, like, when you get out of the shower, you get out of the tub, right?
Mm.
You put on your cream,
Yeah.
who takes time to, like, look at your skin,
We're just
feel what
we're
it.
just mechanical.
Right. No, nobody takes our time. So we are taught to, like, pay attention to sensation and the finer details, because your skin is the most magnificent organ you have, right? But you pick and choose which parts of it to take care of.
Mm.
And there's parts that we never touch. And so we're taught to explore those parts. And then in somatic sexology, it takes it a layer deeper, right?
Mm.
So all the stories that may come up when you start touching yourself in different places, even if it's like a normal place, right? Like
Mhm.
your belly button, you may have some perception. You were saying earlier about being even able to say the word sex now as an adult. So you may have some perceptions. And so it's like, um, can I touch my belly button? Like, you're looking around, like, who's going to be there? I mean, I didn't have that problem, but this may be an issue for you.
Mm.
And just getting reacquainted and loving your body, right? Like,
Mm.
your self-image changes, because it's like, now, oh no, I don't have fat knees. They actually have, this really unique curve, and I didn't even know I had sensation there, you know and so
Can I just stop you right there?
yeah.
Because that's a very I love the way Cordelia speaks. Because you know why? When she's saying these words, she take her time. The same way she's telling us to take her time when we're putting the lotion on our body. She takes her time to spell out the words because she wants you to get them. I don't know if you're catching that. That's exactly why I love to talk to her because but she has said something now that is very, very critical to us queens. Did you hear how she cleverly put it that her knees are not fat? Mm. So
Yeah.
if you are there body shaming yourself, Sarah has gone. Sarah has left the room, but at least I'm speaking for her. You are there body shaming yourself. How about you turn it around into a positive way? And then you begin to see it that way. Because
Well,
Cordelia, do you know that until we call something a problem, it's not a problem?
mm-hmm.
Until we name it and say, you are having a pain, something, until you name it and say, oh, I have a headache. You actually defined it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
until you call something, give it a name, it is nothing. Because we are the one who says, oh, my belly is too fat, my hands are too big, my this is too big, I cannot open my shoulders. Where is your and sweetheart, where's your shoulder blades today? You didn't show me your shoulders.
You know what? I was thinking about that. I was like, should I wear this shirt? And I'm like, no, I think I've showed them enough flesh. I'll just, show them my décolleté this time.
Okay, okay. I like Regina. Regina, if you are out there, I'm really giving you virtual flowers today. And hey, I want you to wrap your hands around yourself as
Yes.
if I'm the one giving you a hug. You know why? You are one authentic lady. You're not ashamed to really ask the question or to say the things that a lot of women are ashamed to say.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's why I'm giving you this flower today. And I'm calling you out, Regina Kinton Mackenzie. I'm calling you out today. Today it's Wednesday. You won the flowers, baby. You did because this is what all of us are running out from. You see, one say, "Oh, no, I don't want to. I don't want to wear this because my shoulders are too days. My head is too days. My. Can you just accept the compliment, Queen? In your work, Coach Cordelia, have you met ladies that you are genuinely trying to give them a compliment? Hey, Queen, you're beautiful. Hey, Queen, I love your this. Hey, Queen, and then they're deflecting the compliment. Have you met some women like that?
I have.
Please talk to us on that feeling, and how can we address it, because that is a sexual, did I say right? That's a sexual problem.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does become a barrier for sure,
Yeah.
right? Because if you can't accept or receive, then you're not going to speak up for what you desire either,
Mm,
and you'll go along. So, when I have a woman like that, as you notice, like I talk very deliberately, right? So I keep a certain cadence. And so, if I'm just like, oh, Bridget, you look so beautiful, that green really does something for your skin,
mhm.
and it's like, oh, girl, this whole thing. Actually, my mom bought me this for my birthday. I don't even like this color, but I just didn't know what else to. You know what I mean? It's like you get a whole story sometimes, and I'm just like,
Just no, a
take a
simple
breath.
question.
Um, can you say thank you? And I've had people cry when they're just like, it's really hard for me to say thank you,
Mhm.
you know? And, but I love to help women develop what I call sweet talk, so that when someone says a compliment, like any random person, they'll always say thank you. So I hope to serve you at the retreat, Girl Fix Your Crown retreat,
Mm.
because you're going to come out of there looking sweet, feeling sweet, and talking sweet to yourself.
Hey, Kings, if you're watching, I really want to take a break here now to really call out to you, because sometimes a lot of our men, like, there's I don't know what to give to my woman. She doesn't like flowers, she doesn't like this, she doesn't like that. Surprise her with a ticket to the Girl Fix Your Crown retreat. Honestly, I promise you, she will come back thanking you for that, because that would be one of the best gifts you can ever give to your woman, because you know what, you are investing in her personal growth. I don't know about you, Cordelia. I've always loved to develop me, and if you're coming to the retreat, you'll get to hear my full story and ask me any question. I promise I'm going to bear it all. I'm going to answer all your questions. So I went through an 18-year, domestic, you know, marriage, even though I did not allow that to define me, or say who I am. That's not my name. But when the judge declared my marriage over in 2017, I kid you not, I left the courtroom, got in my car, and as I was driving home, I heard my mom loud and clear in my ear. Bear, I want you to know that my mom long passed away. She died Christmas Day 1996, even before I was married.
Mm,
And here I was in the US, driving away from the courtroom, and I heard my mom loud and clear in my ears, because I left the courtroom with mixed emotions.
mm,
One, I was happy. I was free from this marriage. I'm just free. But on the other hand, I was sad, because why? My picture frame had been shattered. I was that princess in the castle that always wanted to have the prince in the shiny armor come to rescue me all the time. That's the vision of the marriage that I painted in my head, and I still do. Oh, baby, I still do. And so that I didn't know what to feel, whether to feel a loss or to feel joy. I was just in that conflicting emotion, and boom, boom, I heard my mom loud and clear. One broken dream is not the end of dreaming. If
mm,
your dream is been broken, go to sleep, for tomorrow you will dream again. If you were with me that day in the car, there was a change of emotion. I hit on the gas, boom, I raced home, took my computer. And when I opened my computer, the John Maxwell team was there waiting for me, like as if somebody programmed it. I'm
wow.
I'm serious. And that was why I click on it. And 2 days later, I was enrolled in the esteemed John Maxwell leadership team to become a leadership speaker, trainer, and a coach. And here I am today. I've always developed myself. That's me. I'm big on personal development. Don't give me anything else. Just let me develop me. And so you're going to be doing yourself a disservice, ladies. If you are out there, you're watching us today, you're listening to the beautiful Cordelia and her beautiful, subtle voice and telling you about how to increase the passion in your life, in your marriage, in your relationship, so that you can be the all-round queen, because you're supposed to be in control of your empire. You're supposed to rule your queendom. Don't let anybody take that away from you just because you refuse to develop yourself. Remember, she said when she was answering Regina's question, what did Cordelia say? Cordelia said she had to get schooled. She needed to know more about it. And especially now that she's single, she wants to explore it so she can be a better teacher, a better coach to women and support women. Whoever thought that we'll be talking about this today, Cordelia, talking about sexology?
Yeah.
on,
No.
on a social media page.
But it's necessary. That this is why we're having because people don't know.
Yeah. And it's
And they're
real.
suffering. Yeah.
It's real and they're suffering. And this reminds me, while you were talking, Cordelia, I have a proposition for you. I know we're on here talking about Girl Face Your Crown, but I usually do a program for Valentine called Bold, Brave, and Beautiful. I think I want us to do a program for Valentine. I don't know how we're going to do it, whether it's in person, but I think I would love it to be in person. But if we cannot make it person, we can do it a Zoom session, so that we can have kings and queens in the room.
Yeah. I would love
I
that.
want to have this kind of conversation. I've been. It's one of my burning desire to have men, queen and kings in a room talk about this, because men are wired differently from women. I don't know what my mission is about this. I don't know what the goal is, but perhaps in my own little way, at such a time as this, I may be able to help one marriage survive.
Yeah.
I may be able to help one relationship survive. So, Cordelia Queen, if this is speaking to you, let's put it in the burner for February 14th or the weekend of February 14th. Let's get that,
It should be in person. It should really be in person.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be massive. Something small, just a small number of men and women to just sit in a round table and let's talk about this, because it's big. It's an elephant in marriages. And if you're watching online and you heard me say this, if that is something that will interest you for 2025, hey, put it there, drop it in, and we will say yes and bring it to you. All right. And so just a venue a place where you want to have it. Florida, Seattle, Washington. Maybe it would be good for you to come to Seattle, Washington.
In February?
Yes. Or California. We can go to California, wherever, anywhere,
Yes.
But let's keep that, something that we want to do. Or we can take it to Cancun. Never know. Yeah. So let's keep that in the burner. So Regina, you have another event to plan. But right now we're talking about the Girl Fix Your Crown. And Cordelia, I have one more question for you. I know we're 3 of us supposed to be live tonight. Sarah had to drop off. That's why we're staying longer than normal. But I want to say, I'll ask you one question that that I know that a lot of women will want to, or most women, or some women will want to be answered. And of course, you can also ask me some questions to Cordelia. I don't mind. It's vice versa. You asked the other day for us to clarify what kind of women were looking to come to the event. Yes. So can you speak to that?
Yeah, the women that we're looking to serve at this event are, women who are exhausted. It could be a mental exhaustion, an emotional exhaustion. They're overwhelmed because, well, they are the go-to at work, they're the go-to at home, and even for extended relatives. and
Mm.
they need to take a breath. Yeah.
Oh my God, I like that because as women, we do a lot. And if you're watching, you can drop number one in the chat. Just drop one in the comment session if you agree with us on this, that you actually wear a lot of crowns. If this is you, just drop one number one in the chat so that we'll know if we're speaking your truth or not. And also, if you're watching the replay, do the same thing. If you are someone who a lot of people come to for everything that they need, drop it too in the comment section. People come to you. There are women like that, Cordelia. They're everything. They go to resource. At work, they're the go-to person because they're always willing to help. They don't know how to say no. They're always there giving the support. So okay, these women, we're looking for them. How do you think we're going to be able to support them? Because hey, this is one of their that's my phone drop. This is one of their questions that they'll be asking. Hey, can these women really help me get out of this funk that I'm in, this exhaustion that I'm in? Can they really help me?
Yeah, absolutely. I have my tricks. So besides sex, we can move our bodies too, and re-enliven the chi, and so the energy within, and find your joy. And it's not an exhaustive process. It won't even take 2 days. It may take like 30 minutes,
Mm,
and but it's going to stay with you throughout the retreat, and then each speaker will give you more confidence. LaCorey is going to help you with your finances. That's a load. If you can lift the load, and she made a promise that we'll do investments on the spot and
mhm,
make some money, or at least have a good idea of how to make some money. Like, that is an energy boost right there.
mhm,
So you'll be in your body, you'll be in your bank account, and you'll learn how to find some joy sexually as well, you
mm,
know and then you'll manifest. You're going to get to do some visioning and create that future. So this isn't a retreat where you just go and you just relax for a couple of days and you didn't turn in. There's no You will be 100% transformed in
yeah.
every single way when
Mhm,
you return, and it's like going to be a part of you, so you can like just start your life differently you
mhm.
know
Yes. And this is a retreat whereby you're going to be expected to lean in, tune in, and really show up, because you're going to show up for your future self so that your future self will be proud of you. And you look back and you say, I was glad that I was at that retreat. That's what it's going to be, because you'll be a total transformed woman. And not only that, you have tools to continue even thereafter, because I know that that will be your question, because I know there are some events, Cordelia, I've been to a lot of them. You come into this very motivational, inspirational space, and then we are on the high, and the moment the conference on the retreat is done, that's it. You go back to doing the normal thing you used to do. Nothing changes, nothing happens. Hey, if you are watching, this is not that retreat. And so if you're thinking that's what you're coming to get, maybe this is not for you. Because in this retreat, you're going to take action. You're going to be required to do a lot of things, because this is practical. You're going to make a change in some of the habits that you'll be doing, the things that you'll be doing that are not yielding that positive result for you. Because I don't need to I don't need to spend so much time with people these days to know what kind of results they are creating in their life, because the result speaks for you. A lot of us are coming into businesses, or coming into marriage, or coming into whatever things you're doing out there in the world, from a background of programming that you've gotten all these years. You need to lose those. It's time to lose them, because it's possible that the grandmother or the grandfather who gave you or imparted that story or that fable into you is long dead, and that story was never true. I always ask people, Cordelia, when they tell me, oh, my dad told me I have to work hard, to make my money. And of course, they're struggling. They're still working hard for their money because that's what their belief is, that you're going to work hard for their money.
Right.
And these days we see a lot of people on social media. They just say one or two things, and they even say bad English, bad grammar, all of those things, and they're killing it. They're making a lot of money, tons of money. Their life is looking rosy. And then you stay over there and you say, oh, you believe you have to work hard to get the money. Someone is working smarter and making the money. The other day, my son, to tell you how these generations are wired these days, my son was asking me, Mom, he said, I don't have to really work or do the things that you guys do for money. I have to just figure out how much money that I need to live on every single month, and that's the amount of money I'm going to be making. I'm like,
Wow. Yeah, he's got it all mapped out. He's smart.
I laughed. I'm like, really? Who does that? But that's exactly what he told me. So you can
But
imagine how the
that's
young ones, the millennium, are thinking. The Gen
diverse
Z, they're thinking.
engineer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're thinking differently from you and I. And so come at the retreat, we're going to be showing you and teaching you how to think differently and think into success. I know our time is fast spent.
I had like a practical question. So, like, this is a luxury retreat. So, I get my own suite and everything, right?
Sorry, what did you say?
This is a luxury retreat,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So, every participant gets a suite of their own. Is that the living arrangement?
Oh no, oh no, the rooms are not included. Accommodation is not included in the package.
Ah,
But the only thing that I'm going to be doing is I will be suggesting hotels, and also the host hotel that we're going to be using for the retreat. But accommodation is not included in the package.
okay.
Yes,
Thank you for that. Okay.
yes.
And where is this hotel?
The hotel is going to be in the city of Atlanta, and our event planner is today. She called me to say, Bridget, yeah, we're making a headway. All that needs to be done now is to dot the contract, and then we are ready because right now she's going to have
Surprise
me for
venue
dinner.
in
Well, have
Atlanta.
me for dinner. If I announce the venue, I cannot say that. I cannot announce the venue right now. I can't say anything. The event planner is doing her thing, and today we are good to go with everything, and she wants us to dot the pages, and that's it. But I'm not allowed to say that.
Ooh,
Just
that
the only thing I can say is in the next couple days, weeks, just watch out. You will see all of that good stuff, and then you can be able to book your hotels if you're coming. And then there's one question that I wanted to address also.
oh, okay.
I know that a lot of ladies will want to come, or some of you ladies will want to come, and you're looking at it, but actually, a lady actually called me to tell me, Bridget, I want to say thank you. Thank you for making this retreat affordable. A lady actually said that to me this week.
Hmm.
Thank you for making it affordable for us to be able to come in, you
Yeah.
know. And then so but I want to answer the other question because some of you would like say, "Oh, I cannot afford it," especially when you look at the platinum. It's only $1,200. Look at it. It's only 1,200 for everything you are going to get. I said that's peanuts because you're going to get your makeup done. You're going to have your photo shoot done because these are IG worthy photos that are edited for you to love. Because I know that a lot of ladies are asking me. I went to a conference the other day and I was doing my makeup, and the lady told me, Bridget, I've spent $200 buying all of this makeup that I see online, but I don't know how to apply them. And what
Hmm.
I said is, come to my retreat. Come
Yeah.
to my retreat, you get someone make up your face for you, and by then you learn. Because when you look at the mirror and see your gorgeous self, you will learn how to do that. Yeah. And then you also have a photo that is IG worthy for you to post and make a boast of and proudly display everywhere. It's yours to take home. And for maybe you don't even have a headshot and you are running a business, you're a business leader, whatever it is you're doing, an entrepreneur, but you don't have gorgeous photos and I always wish, oh, I wish I have this photo. this is your opportunity to have such photos. And for everyone who comes to the retreat, I promise you, you're going to get a signed copy of my book, Girl, Fix Your Crown. You're going to have that. Everyone, a signed copy signed to your name. And I'm not playing, I'm not kidding, because I want to pour into you everything that I've learned over the past 20 years that I've been growing my life, develop my life. And I don't hide it. I am not ashamed, and I don't hide it to tell you that I am a continuous learner. I learn from the best of the best. And that's all I'm bringing to you. You have questions when it comes to government contract. You don't know if what you sell or the services that you render, the government can buy. Come to the retreat. There is a panel waiting for you to pick their brains to ask those questions. Yes, I threw that in last minute. I threw that in because
nice.
the questions that women ask me, because this is what I do. I'm a government contractor. I do federal, state, local, and I also do corporate consulting. I know all of these things. And so I want to throw it to you. Or you want to ask me, oh, Bridget, I'm looking for a grant. How can I apply for a grant? What do I need to get a grant? Do I have to have a non-profit to have a grant? No. A small business owner, you don't need to bootstrap your business all alone, because you can only go far when you do that alone. Come to the retreat, and I'm going to be able to answer you with myself and a team of the panelists and answer all the questions that you have. Maybe that's what I'm saying, that you are going to come into the retreat one way, but you're going to go back home another way. A transformed person, a total queen, that when you get back home, your children, your husband, your family members, your employer, your boss, even your business will know that something has changed inside of you. And that is a promise. So don't tell me you don't have money to pay. Find the money. There's always money. Money is a tool that is meant for you to have. And money is here on earth. There is no money in heaven. Don't say, oh, I'm suffering on earth. Maybe when I get to heaven, I get money. No. Money is here for you to spend. There's money here. Find the money. And that's why we made it easy for you to be able to pay. There's Affirm. You know what is Affirm? Affirm can pay for a ticket for you, and then you can pay over maybe 12 months, for that. What better way for you to come to a retreat? So hurry now, because I cannot guarantee you that after the clock struck 12 midnight, August 31st, that you will still have these prizes. I cannot guarantee that, because I have a team who put all of that together. Cordelia is just one of the team. So I'm not going to be able to guarantee that. So go grab yourself your ticket, and we will see you November 8th to the 9th. And remember, we have the kickoff party, and it's going to be a dinner on the 7th. So come. We're waiting for you.
Oh, that was in Atlanta and in Hotlanta.
Yes. And we have, it's going to be fun. Just
get to play, let your hair down, transfer. Bridget makes it sound all structured. It's not going to be that way. We'll be dancing in our panties. No, I'm just
I'll tell you, okay, I'm not the only one who's crazy. What did you say? She said payment. Okay, Affirm. Yes.
Affirm payments. Yeah, it's just so they know.
There's Affirm, and there's Klarna. There's Klarna as well.
Okay. There's two.
Yeah,
okay.
When you click on the link, you some of the payments are low at $47 a week. Yeah.
Wow.
The payment plans. And if you need, if you're looking for a payment plan that is not in the ticket, please reach out to me. Email me at bridget@bridgetmichaels.com. And we also have a girlfriend's package. You can bring your girlfriend with you. Yes, because you don't want to be transformed alone. It takes a bit. Yes.
Nice to do it with friends. So.
Oh my God, what a wonderful evening. I never get tired of speaking to you girls, and sharing, our learnings with our audience. And hey, we're here to answer all your questions. Keep them coming. And next week is another time. We will see. Hope to jump on live and answer your questions. This Friday, we'll not have our sip and shine Friday because I'm going to an event and I'll be coming back late. But you can catch me somewhere else. I'll tell you where I'll be late in the night. you'll catch me there.
Ooh, late night stuff. Okay, Bridget.
Yeah, I'll be live. I'll be live, but I will tell you where I will be. I'll jump on live to see do the sip and shine with you. Okay. And if
Okay.
you want me to bring Cordelia, just be nice to me and I'll bring Cordelia.
If I'm home, look. No, I'm just kidding.
So, guys, it has been so fun hanging out with you, and it's been a wonderful time. I love, love, love hanging out with these ladies. I tell you, just come to the retreat, and I have a lot to learn from Cordelia. I'm actually looking forward to the dancing.
The
I'm
dancing.
a bit rusty. I'm a bit rusty, so I want to learn. So I'm gonna be there. So let's make it a date. Cordelia, can you close us out today?
Yes. This with every breath and every heartbeat, you're creating your vision and your future. So just remember that you have a crown and that we're here to help you keep it still on your head. We're here to help you adjust your crown. So I can't wait to play with you in Atlanta. Good night.
Good night. Remember, girl, fix your crown. Bye bye.